organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up on Daily Iowan TV, voter burnout.
To continue to get people out to vote is a struggle.
See why a special election in Johnson County saw an extremely low turnout on Tuesday.
And casino controversy. You may have heard of the Vote No or Vote Yes casino campaigns. See how the results of this poll could affect Iowa City.
And in sports, it's Big Ten championship season. We have you covered.
That's all coming your way next. Daily Iowan TV is just getting started.
I'm Tom Brokaw. For more than 100 years now, the University of Iowa community has been waking up to the Daily Iowan. Today, it's the largest newsroom in eastern Iowa. And now you can see the news every night on Daily Iowan TV and get it anytime worldwide at dailyiowan.com.
Thanks for tuning in to your Tuesday edition of Daily Iowan TV. I'm Nicole Meehan.
And I'm Lauren Moss. Tuesday was a heavy day voting here in eastern Iowa, and the blizzard had some worrying about voter turnout.
That's right, and even though many Iowa City schools had a snow day, the polls remained open. Though a low turnout for a special election in Johnson County was not only because of the snowstorm. Tuesday, very few voters showed up to have a say on who will fill the new open seat on the Johnson County Board of Supervisors. Only about 4% of registered voters showed up to cast their ballots. The last day of early voting was on March 4th. They saw just a 2% of voters showed up. As of 11 a.m., only 655 votes had been added. Former Supervisor Sally Stutzman resigned from the board in January in order to serve in the Iowa House of Representatives. Stutzman's term was scheduled to run through the end of the year 2014. Auditor Travis Wapert says voter turnout might have been because of voter burnout. He says the hype regarding the Linn County Casino may have overshadowed this election.
This election hasn't had the publicity as the last special election where numbers were a lot higher. And of course, the casino vote in Linn County, I think, has taken a lot of the media focus away from this race, which has hurt a little bit.
The new supervisor is expected to start on the board Monday, March 11th.
The election that may have been stealing the spotlight ended Tuesday evening. Linn County voters showed up to vote yes or no regarding a new casino in downtown Cedar Rapids. Riverside Casino just outside Iowa City donated $1.5 million to try to stop the establishment, saying a new casino would be devastating to their business. If the Linn County residents approve the vote, developers will push for a license from the Iowa Racing and Gaming Commission.
Online gambling is getting some attention in the legislature thanks to a former Iowa student. Jake Highfill, the youngest member of the Iowa legislature, wrote a bill trying to help fantasy football fanatics gamble online. Highfill said he believes the current law does not stop online gambling, mostly because it is so difficult to enforce.
And Iowa City officials on Thursday released Iowa City 2030, a guide for city growth and development for the next 10 to 20 years. City residents and business owners shared their ideas for the plan with officials through surveys and workshops over the past year. The comprehensive plan addresses long-term economic, environmental, and social sustainability goals. The city's Planning and Zoning Commission will host 2 public review meetings this Thursday at 7 p.m. and again on March 21st. And still to come on Daily Iowan TV, most people recognize it for the leafy green plants crawling up the side. Stick around to see why this bar may become a historical landmark in Iowa City.
And in sports, a visit from our wrestling insider, Cody Goodwin.
That's coming up in just a bit, but now let's check in with Daily Iowan TV's Whitney Blakemore for your local weather forecast. And Whitney, what can we be expecting for this week?
Tomorrow we can expect the morning to start off with partly cloudy skies and temps hitting around 20. As the day goes on, the sun will come out, causing the temp to rise to the high 20s. And finally, we will close out tomorrow with a cool temp of 23 with clear skies. Now, if you thought last night was the final time you were seeing snow for the week, you are sadly mistaken. While Thursday and Friday will slightly warm up, with highs around 40 and sunny skies, Saturday will bring in a 60% chance of snow with a high at 43. The snow will turn into a 50% chance of rain for Sunday with the temps hitting the high 40s. And finally, Monday will bring partly cloudy skies and temps in the mid-40s. That's all I have for weather this week. Back to you guys at the desk.
In college towns like Iowa City, many buildings may be of local historic value. Iowa City and the university pride themselves on numerous historical sites all around town. One local restaurant building now hopes to be a part of that group. The Vine has been one of the most popular bars and eateries in Iowa City for years. The building that houses the Vine is more than 100 years old, causing interest in its historical value. The Historic Preservation Commission has examined the building and noted its historic importance. Although the process is lengthy, city officials promote the addition of historical sites because of the long-term benefits.
We endorse nominating buildings to the local historic districts or landmark status because that provides some zoning protections for them. But as I said, it also provides some zoning incentives to encourage the continued use of these important buildings.
The Iowa City City Council will vote on whether to make the Vine building a historical Iowa City site in the near future.
Teachers in Iowa may soon have more legal authority when it comes to bullying outside the classroom. A bill passed Tuesday in an Iowa House committee would allow administrators and teachers to follow up on bullying incidents that occur off school grounds. The proposal will now go to Governor Terry Branstad's office for review. Some education lobbyists fear that one part of the new bill would infringe on other rights of the students, such as freedom of religious speech.
Another proposal coming from Des Moines Tuesday involved gay marriage. Iowa House Republicans are proposing again to ban gay marriage in Iowa. Passage of the measure is unlikely because of Senate opposition. Gay marriage has been legal in Iowa since 2009. Republicans have proposed a similar measure every year since.
Governor Terry Branstad is fighting to save Olympic wrestling. Branstad released a letter Tuesday which was co-signed by 33 other governors and is urging officials from the International Olympic Committee to keep wrestling an Olympic sport. In the letter, Branstad writes, quote, "The Olympic Games are meant to provide a venue for people from all nations to overcome differences and forge lasting relationships, and wrestling has contributed to these Olympic attributes," end quote. The letter also encourages a transparent voting system for future votes on which sports should be included in the Olympics.
And now let's take a look at what is happening outside of Iowa City. Good news for stockholders around the nation as the Dow is closing in at a record high. The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose more than 125 points Tuesday, which beats its previous record by 89 points. This is the highest point at which the Dow has closed since 2007.
Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez died Tuesday afternoon at the age of 58. Chavez was first diagnosed with a type of pelvic cancer in June of 2011. Supporters visited churches to pray for Chavez's health earlier on Tuesday, just one day after the government described his condition as very delicate. The leader of the oil-rich country became Latin America's most vocal controversial leader and was Washington's chief antagonist in the region. Chavez led the country since 1999. And now we're going to throw it over to Ian Martin, who's standing by in the Daily Iowan TV sports studio and ready to get you caught up on everything black and gold. Ian?
Hello and welcome back to the Daily Iowan TV Sports Studio. Ian Martin here, flying solo on this Tuesday edition of the program. Multiple sports with Big Ten Championship coverage on the way, including our wrestling insider Cody Goodwin, here to break down what happened to the Iowa Grapplers in their first action since being humbled in the Twin Cities just a couple weeks ago at the National Duels. However, we begin tonight's show with yet another Hawkeye athlete earning Big Ten honors. After announcing that 4 members of the women's hoops team were named to all Big Tens on Monday, it's a spring sport recognized on Tuesday. Sophomore standout Megan Blank has been named the Big Ten Softball Player of the Week after tearing the cover off the ball at the Easton Invitational in Fullerton, California over the weekend. Blank hit an unfathomable .429 along with knocking in 8 runs in tournament play. This helped guide the Black and Gold to an impressive early season victory over the 24th ranked Oregon State Beavers. Iowa softball, very good start to this season. Well, blanks making headlines on the diamond. There's a lot of Hawkeye swimmers and divers making a splash over the weekend at the Big Ten Swimming and Diving Championships. For a poolside update and a full recap of what went down in Bloomington, we turn things over to our swimming beat reporter, Rebecca Swibes, standing by. Rebecca?
Hey guys, I'm here poolside where the Hawkeyes have returned from Bloomington, Indiana, where they competed against some of the top-ranked teams in the nation at the Big Ten Championship meet. The Hawkeyes dropped to 7th from their 5th place finish last year, but with 9 school records, these Hawkeyes have plenty to be proud of.
We were so happy with what we did, and experiencing that big times and breaking those records, we were just like, wow, we can step up and I guess show them who we are and as a program.
The men started off strong on day 1, recording an NCAA qualifying time in the 200 medley relay and breaking 2 school records.
I think it really just pumped our entire team up and just got us ready for the rest of the meet. And I mean, it's exciting to see, and it's it kind of shows everyone that we were all ready to race. We all did the same training, and so everyone should be going fast.
The Hawkeyes continued the trend throughout the week by swimming to another NCAA qualifying time in the 400 medley relay and sending multiple individuals to finals.
It was the fastest Big Ten meet that any of us have ever seen, including our coach who's been doing it for almost 10 years now here. And to get those people into scoring position is a testament to itself.
The men will be back in the water on March 28th when they head to Indianapolis to compete in the NCAA championship meet.
We've done all the hard work. We're at the fastest short course meet in the world, arguably, and it's just about racing people at this point and getting as high of a place as you can.
All right, that's all for me here, guys. Back to you in the studio.
Well, swimming and diving wrap up their Big Ten championships. Tom Brand's grapplers are eager to get theirs started. Another guy ready to get things started, Cody Goodwin. He's on set again to get you ready for that Big Ten wrestling in Champaign over the weekend. And Cody, the pre-seeds for the Big Ten tournament came out, and Iowa has most guys as a 4 seed or higher, but not everybody.
Not everybody, indeed. Of the 10 wrestlers that are going to the Big Ten tournament this weekend, 7 of them are ranked in the top 4 or higher. We have a few 1 seeds, a couple 2 seeds, a 3 seed, and a 4 seeds here and there. But the other 3 guys, 2 of the 3 guys who aren't in the top 4 are ranked 5 and 6. That's Ethan Lofthouse and Nathan Burak, respectively. And the one surprise who's coming in at a 9 seed at 149 pounds is Josh Jeva, who has not wrestled at 149 a lot this year. He mostly wrestled at 141, most notably at the national duels against Missouri. So it'll be kind of nice to see how he ends up. There is a shot, if he wins a few matches, that he could end up at the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Iowa's been struggling at 149 all season, so Tom Brand's just trying to do anything he can, really, to fill that void. Individually, that would be a long shot, but there are a couple of Iowa Hawkeyes that could be favorites in Champaign.
There are. Matt McDonough, very obviously, he's a 2-time defending Big Ten champion. He got the 1 seed at 125 pounds, and what we thought might be kind of a tricky weight to figure out who would end up 1, 2, and 3 between him, Penn State's Nico Megaludis, and Illinois' Jesse Delgado. They all beat each other. It was a weird 3-man workout, but McDonough ended able to get the 1 seed there. And the other one, Derek St. John, went undefeated in Big Ten wrestling. He got the 1 seed at 157, and if all goes according to plan, he will actually wrestle the now #1 overall ranked wrestler at 157, Jason Welch of Northwestern. So it'll be interesting to see if he can make his run to the finals as his seed so predicts.
Well, that'd be interesting to look at just because of what could happen in the NCAAs. Those two could see each other again there. Well, only got about 10 seconds, Cody, so real quick, who do you got winning the team title at the Big Ten tournament?
The team title right now, my gut is going to tell me Penn State Nittany Lions will come away with another Big Ten team title, but, you know, that is why they wrestle. We'll find out this weekend.
Yeah, ton of good teams in the Big Ten, Ohio State, Minnesota, and you can never count out those Iowa Hawkeyes. Well, thanks for joining us, Cody. That's going to do it for us here in the studio. Highlights of Hawks and the Illini coming up tomorrow. But for now, back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks for that, Ian. And only with Daily Iowan TV can you get a sneak peek into Wednesday's pages of the Daily Iowan. Playing with puppies. See what an Iowa City pet store has to say about its high traffic of students.
And budget cuts. Read about why the Student Indian Alliance thinks its decreased funds are a sign of discrimination.
That's your latest edition of Daily Iowan TV.
Be sure to check us out tonight, tomorrow, or anytime online at dailyiowan.com. Thanks for watching and have a great night.